You're watching Boomtown, a fiasco story, starring Mike Masterson, the mayor, Gerald W. Colombo, the sheriff, Bart Cassidy, the deputy, Matt Wildbuck Tenieru, the pastor, and Annie Wessex, the comfort lady. We begin our story with the sheriff entering the mayor's office.
That's
there. Come on in.
Sheriff, sorry about the mayor. I was just thinking of a funny joke I just heard when I was walking in.
That's quite all right.
Yeah. Sorry. It's
chuckle myself.
Yeah. It's a good way to pass time in this here community. Sheriff, it's
of course.
no, sorry. I'm the sheriff. You're the mayor. Mayor.
That's right.
It's been a week since we had a little catch up. Just let know what's going on around town. It's been fairly quiet on my end. What's new?
Tell me good news, Colombo. I haven't seen a single problem, although there have been some shady characters I've seen come in.
I think you need to be a little more. You need to be a little more open-minded, Mayor. I would say there's no shady characters around here. What do you see?
Just this chap, he came in the other day. Pastor, he said he was, but I'm not convinced.
Oh, we've got old Pastor MacGyver at the church here. But what? This man, he's claiming he's some sort of priest?
Well, I haven't spoken to MacGyver that much about affairs lately, but this guy, he comes in with these pastoral clothes, and I don't know about that. Usually I learn about these new community types, but this guy, he just rubs me the wrong way. Have you met him yet, Colombo?
No, I've got to admit, Mayor, it's been a fairly easy day for me. I've not done much other than step off my porch and walk into the office. But I'll tell you what though, Mayor. I can always keep an eye out for these characters. But Mayor, I'm a little curious. Well, how's your daughter doing these days? I don't see her around outside too often. She's always in that hotel.
Oh, well, you know what I say about her. I mean, I'm glad she's back, but I don't like what she does. Not one bit. You hear me?
What are you saying she does, Mayor?
Well, I don't know. I mean, she's mighty fine amongst her peers, but it's what she does. It's what she does. It ain't with me. I'm a man of high position. I've got an image to maintain.
I wouldn't let it bother you, Mayor. She's a young girl. She's just doing what feels natural.
Well, she's a young girl, that's right, but, there's young men in this town, and you know what young men do to young girls.
I wouldn't know, Mayor. I don't keep an eye out too much for these sort of activities. I don't like to poke my nose in.
Well,
I'm a really bad sheriff. I don't do my job. Well, I'll advise you to talk to that new pastor about what young guys do to young girls in this town. I'm sure he'll tell you some shady stuff, Well, maybe I'll go have a word with, assuming... Well, I mean, what are you trying to say? You want me to have a word with someone? You want me to actually do my job and keep an eye out for this guy? If I'm going to have some sort of indication of whether I should do this or not, I just don't know.
I'm sure there's no... I'm sure there's no... Sorry.
Well, you know what, Mayor? I'd say my new deputy. He's a vigilant young guy. I think I'll go have a word with him.
Chap.
Yeah, I'll go see what he knows. See what he's up to.
Yeah. Go talk to what's his name again? What's that new deputy's name?
Oh, who could forget? Who could forget his name?
Wasn't it like a Bart or something like that?
Yeah, Deputy Bart Cassidy. It's really strange, Mayor. He's like he's young. He's clearly a young go-getter, but he just sounds like he's about 60 years old. It's the darndest thing I ever heard. I was speaking to him the other day, and he just sounds like this old 70-year-old like prospector. You wouldn't put his voice to his character.
Those types, too much of the old moonshine,
Oh, I wouldn't put it past him, Mary. He's a young man. Maybe he knows a little about your daughter. I'm setting my boundaries, Mary.
I think I gotta head on. Goodbye, man.
Okay.
That's the sound of me walking away.
See you later, Cassidy. Columbo. One of you.
After that prompt conversation, the sheriff moves on back to his office to inform his young deputy of the conversation he just had with the mayor. Hey there, Bart Cassidy. What you up to over there?
Well, Sheriff, I was just going to try and find out how you'll meet with Mayor Webb.
Okay. Hi, Bart. It's nothing too intense, just one of our little weekly catch-ups. There's not much that goes on here. He's generally happy. But I'll tell you what, Bart. One thing that did come up. He got a little worry in his mind, which I must admit don't happen too much around here. You wanna hear it?
Well, it is quite a sleepy town around here, so if there's a bit of shady activity, we've got to root it out.
Well, maybe. But he said the darndest thing. He said something about a priest coming into town. Someone wearing some sort of garb, like a pastor's outfit. And I don't know. He said he just rubbed off on him the wrong way. I don't know whether he meant he physically rubbed him, or whether he just got a bad vibe about him.
Down at the chapel, you say there's a new priest in town?
Yeah, he's as this character I introduced, but we should never really mention again. But I know chapel guy, Archbishop MacGyver. He's the Archbishop. He's visiting. He ain't mentioned nothing about him. So I'm just wondering, is this guy legit? Is he for real? What's going on right here?
Poster?
I don't know. I'd say it's, I wouldn't want to question a man of God, but what are you thinking, Bart? Is it something worth checking out, or are we just?
Well, I'm not sure if we should be talking to the MacGyver or to this new fella.
Let's pretend we never heard about someone called MacGyver. He's just a background character who I shouldn't have mentioned.
Well, if MacGyver's not in town, then I suppose we got no choice but.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because he's out of town, isn't he? He's on business. He's out doing priestly things, like converting.
Well, maybe he's just a stand-in.
Maybe he is. Well, what are you saying there, Bart? I'm saying, I don't know. I've got a pretty busy day ahead of me. I'd say that porch isn't going to watch itself, if you know what I mean. I've been working my rounds. Maybe yours are going to take yourself down to the stranger and see if you can get to know him a bit.
Absolutely, Sheriff. I can go down to the chapel. You keep on patrol.
I'll keep patrolling. Yeah, I'll keep patrolling. The deputy then gathers his things and heads out to the church. As he approaches, he notices the gaunt figure of a man in priestly garb. The deputy hails him.
Is anyone in this here establishment?
Well, I'll be here in this fine chapel in your town. What be your name?
Cassidy. I heard that Vicar MacGyver was out of town, and I was just coming over to meet the new priest that I heard about. Would that be you, sir?
Yeah, that would be me. I've been wandering for some time now and trying to help the wounded and the sick, those with afflictions. I'm Maddo Teneri.
Well, that seems like a mighty fine goal. We got a lot of old veterans from the war. A lot of people with missing legs, missing arms, quite a lot of sick people around this town. So any healing that you could give, that would be a great help.
I'll try my best to give them comfort in their darkest hours. I know how hard the war can be. I saw it myself many years ago.
How long is it till Vicar MacGyver gets back?
I don't know. Rightly know. He said that he needed to go a couple of towns over to preach to the people there, to cover that, the little lambs down there. Don't rightly know how long he'll be.
Well, surely Surely he would have told you how long he was going to be.
It'd probably be maybe a couple of weeks, maybe more. He wasn't really sure exactly as the lad needed to do.
You look kind of familiar somewhere. Don't I know you from somewhere else? Maybe back from the East Coast. Maybe you were pastor there. Where did you preach before, fella?
I preached back down east. None of many there, I guess. But I don't recognize you. I've been all sorts of places over the years.
Crown, fellas, in this town, but I'm going to let you just carry on preaching. Can't see any kind of problems in this chapel, so have a good day, sir.
You have a good day too, deputy.
And with that, the deputy leaves the priest to his duties and heads on back to his office. Later that day, we follow the priest Tenario as he enters the Golden Hills Hotel, a splendid establishment where only the wealthiest and most privileged spend their time. Annie sits in the foyer when the priest enters.
Well, who's this that's walking in the front door? Hello. Is it another stranger? Is he looking for business, company, pleasure? But wait, I know that face. I know who you are. Buck, you there? I did not expect to see you here, Buck. How about we find ourselves a private room where we can talk?
That would be best.
Okay.
There's a lot of ears in this town.
I mean,
this way, priest. What are you doing here, Buck?
I just wandered in here from another town. I'm a bit low on cash, and need to tide things over a little bit. Also keep the heat down. What are you doing back here, Annie? I thought you hated this place.
You know I would always have to come back here, Buck. After what you did to me. I was never gonna be yours, okay? I'm a free woman. Even here, I've made a name for myself. Don't you think you're coming here for some sort of squeeze? I'm done with you, okay? You hear?
You're never done with me, Annie. Never done. What, you think you come here and make a name for yourself as what? A whore? A low woman?
No.
You're nothing, Annie. You're nothing without me.
I will not help you. I'm respected. I have influence here, okay? I could make things hard for you. I could reveal you to the monster that you really are.
No, you wouldn't do nothing like that.
One word,
what
Sheriff.
We've been through.
You and this priestly figure of yours will disappear.
I don't think it will. Not how your father thinks of you. I see that maybe I can help you in some way, bridge the gap between you and him. Maybe I can make things easier for you in this town in exchange. You might be able to make things easy for me. What do you say?
You know I could never say no to you. Very well, Buck. I'll do what you say.
That's fine, child. Mighty fine. Now, what we do, I've seen there's this deputy in town. I recognize him from a long, long time back. He's going to be in my way, and I'll need to.
You got to watch out for that Deputy Cassidy. He's a young man with ideals still. They haven't been crushed out in cruel, cruel city. We can take care of him. Don't worry, you go, sugar.
Good,
the one to watch out for, though, that sheriff. I hear he's a very productive member of society. I always hear about from the mayor how busy he is, how steadfast that man's morals are. We're gonna have to take care of both of them.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to pay him a visit real soon.
So what do you want from me? What can I do for you explicitly? Want me to go talk to the mayor?
Yeah, I think that's best. I think talk to the mayor and lay things down with me in this town. While Vicar MacGyver is away, I can settle myself in.
Oh, I'm so glad that Vic is gone. He was always over here preaching about my sin. That brave MacGyver.
Oh, I'll be doing more than just preaching, honey.
All right, Buck. I'll tell you what I'll do. For you, for old time's sake. And maybe so you treat me nice later on. I know about your cruel past. I know what you did to those young boys. Not here, okay? Not here. I'm gonna go talk to my mayor. He's a friend of mine. Maybe I can establish some sort of story for you. You're here to cure me of my wicked ways. He'll like that.
That sounds good to me. Sounds mighty fine. You go do that now.
Oh, I will.
Set myself in.
After that emotional reuniting, Annie goes out into the town and heads towards the mayor's office. It looks foreign to her after all this time. Hearing such objections from her father, she's been keeping her distance. With courage, she enters.
Hello, Mayor.
Oh, if it isn't my daughter, Annie, what are you doing here?
Oh, are you okay to talk to me like that, are you? You ready to acknowledge now?
Depends if you're ready to acknowledge your place in this society.
I try, Daddy, I try. You know I've got problems with authority from a deep-seated need to accept my father.
Authority is golden, my dear. You must respect it, and I do not respect your profession.
I hear you, Daddy. I hear you.
But you've taken some courage to see me today, so I will hear you out. Why are you here, my daughter?
Perhaps we can go into your room. Close these doors behind us. It's getting quite hot.
Well, very well. We'll go into my study, and we shall talk business. We shall talk about affairs.
I'll have a sherry. Thank you, Daddy.
Yes, the sherry. Okay, yes, that would be your drink of choice. Got it.
They pour themselves drinks. That was a drink.
You know,
Daddy?
I was thinking about your mother the other day.
Oh, don't, Daddy. You know that's sad for me, too. She died with childbirth, and you blame me for it, don't you, Daddy?
Well, I did. Well, I could not cope with the grief, my daughter. But
Well,
there's a lot of things I blame you for. So
Oh, Jesus.
well, I have good news, Daddy. You might have heard. There's a new priest in town.
Oh, that shady fella. What's his name? MacGyver? Oh no, that's the What's his name? I don't know his name.
I don't actually know what he goes by. He just introduced himself as a priest.
I see. You've spoken to this individual?
Priest Tanero.
Tanero, is that his name? Well, what
so.
was your impression of him?
Well, he seems like a strong-willed man, Dad.
Strong-willed.
You know how I felt about MacGyver. He'd always... But this time, I'd really like to try. I think he's here to save us. So I'm gonna be talking with him quite a lot, Daddy, and he's gonna try and put me straight. You know, maybe I could just be a bartender or a respectable business owner.
Well, if he's gonna put you straight, my dear, then talk to him all you want, because that's
Perhaps
all I want for you.
Perhaps you could have a word with the sheriff and let him know that he's a good man.
Good man, well, if he says he's gonna fix you up, my dear, put you in society as he oughta, then I will talk to the sheriff about this, and for some reason the sheriff has to be involved in this.
Well, you know how attentive that sheriff is. The sheriff likes to be involved in everything that goes.
Yeah,
I'm just a hard worker.
Sticks around.
He does so much.
He does do a lot. I mean, to be honest, we have been suspicious of this individual, but what you tell me, he seems like an all right. If he's really gonna fix you up, my dear, then talk to him all you want, and I'll talk to the sheriff about this.
Feeling content that she's done right by her former lover, she leaves the mayor's office and heads back to the hotel. The mayor decided that the sheriff has no part to play in the reformation of his daughter, and decides instead to head straight to the church to size up the priest himself. As he approaches the church, he sees him outside and tips his hat to him.
Well, hey there. If it isn't the new pastor of this fine here established church, well, how do you do? My name is Mayor Masterson, and I wish to spend a few minutes talking to you.
I'm Pastor Teneri. How can I help you on this fine day? May I say that it's a pleasure to be here in this beautiful town.
Well, indeed, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you finally. I've heard some fine things about you. Say, you wouldn't happen to know my daughter? Well, she's spoken highly of you.
That would be Annie, yes. I do know her. I met her when I came into town. She's a troubled young lady. I think I can do a lot to help her.
Troubled is a little way of putting it. I'd say she's very troubled indeed. But I hear you're the type that is trying to help her out, and I'll have to extend my hand of gratitude towards you, sir. If I may inquire as to your methods of how to reform her from her sinful ways.
Well, I think really at the heart of it, I've seen this type of thing before. It stems from someone going off the wrong path and making the wrong choices in life, and there's guilt being in some way that they can't go back to being the good type of person that they were before. But at the heart of it, she is a good person deep down, and I think I want to bring her about through that. Actually, there's a lot that she can do, not besides the, if I may say, the horn at the moment she does that she could do to improve the life of the people in this town, and that she doesn't need to be dissuaded by the past. So I'll go and try and talk to her slowly, gain it, and just build her confidence, and eventually, hopefully, show her that God's good light does shine upon her. She doesn't need to feel the guilt in them all from things in her past.
Well, that's mighty fine that you would do that for me, sir, and for her as well. Truly, she is a good person inside. Now, if I may inquire, you spoke before about bad deeds. Do you have a lot of experience with people who do bad deeds?
Unfortunately, I may say that I do. I've been to a couple of towns where I've been asked to help with real sinners. Unfortunately, some of them have been sick from the war, where they did bad things, or they saw things that did bad things to them. And there's a lot of people like that going around. I mean, not 2 months past, I saw a town completely burned out. The few survivors left said that old war veterans had come and burned the town down, and that destroyed everything. They just didn't have the defenses to help themselves. It's so sad. But I hope they move on to some other place. I sure hope that this town, with its mighty fine sheriff, can fend off such wicked men.
Well, yes, I can assure you, sir, that there are no such men here. You say you visited well, I do believe the town's name is Wardak. Yeah, Wardak in the east. Burnt down 2 months ago, like you said. But if I may inquire, what business did you have there?
Oh, I was just passing through. I've been wandering, trying to help people for some time now.
Passing through, you say? And yet no to little survivors? And yet you, pastor, managed to survive? Well, that sounds mighty suspicious to me. Please go on.
Oh, I came to it when it had been burned out rather than during the disaster itself. It was so sad to see it, a shell of the place. I heard it had been a beautiful, beautiful town.
Yes, I've been to Wardak many a time. It truly is. Was a lovely tale. Now, what you tell me, sir, is very disturbing. The fact that you were at that burning town, you saw these people, yet you yourself survived. You know, I heard many people who were there. No person who survived came out unscathed, and yet you yourself preach that you were there and saw the people crawl out. Wow, sir, were you able to survive? Well,
I think I myself did come out completely unscathed from the things that I saw. It made me question my faith, and I wandered around such a long time trying to find my way back. But I tell you, so it ended up being, how do I put this? A young boy that I met on the way, young and idealistic, who ended up drawing me back to the path, and I wanted to emulate some of the ideals that he had and help people back on. That's kind of what's driven me here and driven me around.
Well, that sounds like an interesting story, but do I want a man who's still trying to find faith in God again, helping my daughter? Well, that doesn't sit right with me. That doesn't sit right with me at all. I do not want you to go near my daughter anymore. You have not convinced me that you are a man of God. There's too much trickery there. I do not believe your stories. I'm sorry. But I don't want you to go near my daughter no more. You hear me?
Fair enough. I'll take you at you. I'll not do that. I'm just a passing preacher. If you don't want me to, sir, that may not be what's best for her, but I will do that. I'll abide by your wishes.
Well, at least as long as we have an understanding, that's all I want, you know. Yep, I don't see any good in you, sir. No sirree, Bob. Your stories just don't line up correctly. Well, I best be on my way now. What's the force expected? Cheerio.
After that conversation with the priest, the mayor leaves the church, convinced that he is no good for his daughter. He decides to inform the sheriff of his discoveries and marches over to the sheriff's office. He sees him on the porch and wakes him from his daily snooze.
Like, whoa, what's going on here then? Hey, Mayor, what's with all the ruckus?
Columbo, well, you know how we were talking the other day, how we have a mighty fine town full of decent, hard-working people. Well,
the other day, Mayor, that was not an hour ago.
Oh yeah, this morning. Well,
you're a busy man, Mayor. It's all right.
I'll mention this shady character. Well,
who is saying the shady characters, Mayor? I've got to admit, I've not seen many myself, apart from the same character you mentioned this morning, the pastor.
Well, yes, the pastor. You know, I have my suspicions. Then I heard from my daughter that he was actually trying to help her. You know.
Oh, that sounds like a right honorable thing in my eyes, I must admit.
Well, yes, I thought so as well. So I thought, well, let's go and meet this individual up at the church. That's what they're called nowadays.
Yeah, Mayor MacGyver's church. I mean, it's got the most culture, history, and establishing scene in this entire town, I hear.
That's right. That old Mayor MacGyver, I could speak hours and hours.
I can just picture his face right now. It's his long, strange head. Shaped like a bean.
That's right. Well, I spoke to this new chap, and he was telling me stories of old when he went all the way to. Do you remember the old town Wardak?
Okay. I think some of the locals refer to it as Cake Wardak, despite for its amazing cakes it gave out.
That's right.
It's old desert cakes. Yeah, of course, Wardak. Who could forget that?
Well, one night I can say those cakes were cooked a little too much, if you know what I'm saying. Well, he told me of that. He told me of the fair night. Well known that no people who survived came out unscathed, and there he was, miraculously telling me how he saw survivors, and yet remained to be good, of good health himself. Well,
I was to say he wasn't just passing by, Mayor, and happened to see these people and lending them a hand. I just ain't no skeptic, is all. I just like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
It just seems a little mighty suspicious for no particular reason. The tales I heard were that there were no survivors.
And yeah, we got this one man who walked away. I mean, Mayor,
yeah.
We never
no one survived within a 50-mile radius. So
no, sir, Bob. We didn't hear about no one escaping that, and there's been no story since apart from now. That's interesting, Mayor.
It's very, very, very suspicious. So I told him, you ain't going near my daughter no more. I'll see you anywhere near her. If you do, I'll put a bullet in your backside.
Jesus, Mayor. You can't just go threaten and shoot people, Mayor.
Well, I'm the mayor. I can do that.
No, I'm the sheriff. You're still within the confines of the law, Mayor. Good God.
Well, of course, it's not a literal meaning. I wanted to.
Okay, yeah, no, of course. So, Mayor, I mean, what are you trying to say? Are you saying to me, Mayor, that we need to be quite wary of this guy? Because I sent off Bart Cassidy earlier to go have a look into this, and he ain't come back and said nothing suspicious, Mayor, and I reckon he's got a good eye.
Well, that Bart, he's very laid back. that Bart Cassidy, he, as you were saying, his voice is very old, and I think his brain's a little old as well. Very laid back chap, would you say? To be honest, I haven't really met the guy, but I've heard stuff.
Yeah, I've been to speak to you about that, Mary. He's been with us for a few months now. You should probably poke your head and say hi at some point. He's looking after half the town.
Well, yes, I do need to talk to him. He is an influence of the law around here. But maybe. Well, it's a tricky situation, but I just don't let this past us. It's all I'm trying to say. Maybe you need to get that Bob. Bob, was it Bob? Your deputy.
No, his name's Bob Cassidy.
Bob Cassidy. Maybe get him to one more time have some sort of intercourse with this mayor.
Whoa, what kind of intercourse? Where's this going, Mayor? Well, you're talking about pastors rubbing you off in the wrong way, and now having intercourse. I'm trying to think, Mayor, that maybe you're the one that's being in need of a little.
By that I mean like another maybe conversation, some sort of interaction. To really try and get a feel for this chap, maybe not physical interaction.
Well, Mayor, I'm saying Mayor, if it was if this situation, which is probably, we've been talking now for a while, if it was going to go my way, I'd say I'm just going to sit here and not pursue it because I ain't convinced. But on the other hand, if some sort of intervention were to come in, and actually maybe I should be listening to you and doing more. But you know what, Mayor, I trust Bart Cassidy. He would have come straight back to me if he had anything bad to say. I think you need to be a little more open-minded, Mayor. It's a nice community we got here. We don't need no extra trouble. What could possibly go wrong just letting one guy just do his job?
Well, the way you put it, Mayor, I suppose you have a way with talking,
I'm a good talker, Mayor. And I'm busy. I'm here on my porch. I'm trying to just have a sleep, and we got guys coming around. Just let me be. Come on, Mayor.
Well, you've been working awfully hard.
I'm so tired, Mayor. I might just have another little snooze. I might just put my head down and just take another little nap if you don't mind.
Well, you've earned that rest, you know. I'm still not convinced this pastoral fella is, you know. I mean, we haven't heard anything from MacGyver for a while, right? So you know, I still have my suspicions. So maybe, you know, you don't have to do anything. Maybe it's all good. But if I see him near my daughter, well, I'm just gonna flip, you know.
Well,
So,
Mayor, I'd just like to remind you that I appreciate your position, but I'm the law in this here town, and you know, I don't, you know, just don't go shooting people in no butts. Come on, Mayor, you know, you gotta write deeds. Go write some deeds, Mayor.
Well,
I'll take care of the law. You go write deeds. That's a deed. Go write a deed, Mayor.
I'll go and do my business. You do yours.
Yeah. Why don't you go do that? Goddamn, Mayor always on my case. Just want to be happy.
Now, you've got a silver tongue, but sometimes you overstep your limit now there, Sheriff. Well, I'll be going now.
Come on, man. That was an incredibly long, awkward conversation, but goodbye.
Fare thee well.
The mayor departs, leaving the situation in the capable hands of the sheriff, who promptly goes back to sleep. Later that day, the deputy comes by the office and starts talking to the mayor, who brings up the issue of the priest.
Sheriff, wake up. You're supposed to be on duty.
Whoa. Oh, Bart Cassidy, I know it always looks like I'm taking a little load up, but I'll just have you know I just had a very long, important conversation with the mayor. So don't you worry about a thing. I'm keeping. What's this all about? What have you found?
On to that chapel down there, and I couldn't see no sign of MacGyver. He wasn't around at all. But this new preacher who was in town, he seemed, you know, quite reasonable about things, and he said that.
Chap. You know, I just had this mayor walking on in here, ranting and raving about all these suspicions he had about him, talking about how he'd approached his daughter, he don't want him speaking to him no more, he's threatening to shoot him. It's blown out of proportion, Bart. So what have you found? What do you think?
I think that the mayor he thinks that there's some kind of suspicion around this pastor.
Oh, I mean, his only suspicion was that he was approaching his daughter. You know how protective he is. But what do
Well, that's not a very priest-like behavior.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's casting out the evil. I mean, I'm the one to gossip, but we all know what Mayor Mike Masterston's daughter's up to. I mean, Lord knows she couldn't do with a bit of the good book in her life.
Well, say, I could have sworn that I recognized that preacher from somewhere, but I just can't put my finger on it.
Recognize him from somewhere? Well, I mean, where do you think you last saw him? I mean, I know I ain't never seen him in town before. It's his first day here.
Years ago, before he came into this town, this was the first time that I'd seen this fella since he'd arrived in town. But I could have sworn that I'd seen that face before.
Think back, Bar. Where'd you last see him? You mentioned it a bit about your old war background. I mean, what are we talking from back there, or?
There was this old captain. There was this captain back in the war that, well, he wasn't a good chap. He killed a lot of my fellow comrades.
I heard, yeah. You mentioned the deserter that suddenly tried to get away, and when his platoon tried to bring him in, turn the gun on the rest of them. Some nasty behavior.
That was it. He wanted to take some guns and sell them on the black market. I mean, if it's possible that this could be the same fella, but we'd have to find out if he had some military weapons.
What are you trying to say? This man that's coming to town, are you trying to tell me you think he's related, if not the same person from your past? That's a hell of an accusation there, Bart.
I don't know. I think I regularly recognize him from somewhere, and I know that there was a guy who was a captain in the army, and he stole a load of guns, the big military guns. You know the ones that fire huge rounds and pulled by horses, those kind of guns.
Oh, you're talking about those old howitzers.
That's right, the howitzers. Yeah, that's the real big guns.
Yeah, I mean, I rue the day we'll ever have to bring out our old that old howitzer we got kicking around here. But Betsy,
if you can find any such guns around, and if this here preacher's got something like that, I mean, I don't know why he would. It's not a very
priest got no need for guns. I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
priest got no need for guns. If you can find any guns on his property or anything like that, then maybe it could just be that scoundrel captain who deserted and killed my man.
I mean, that's a whole lot of information. I gotta admit, Bart, that's a whole lot of information you got there. I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you have any sort of like image of this guy? Any kind of piece of paper or something?
Let me go.
If I remember rightly, I'd say when you first got here, you came in with your little bag of goods, and there was a little rolled up piece of paper you never quite unfurled. Why do we have a look at that?
My war records. I got a little book of all the rations and the.
No, I think it was some sort of it might have been a wanted poster. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I've never seen it.
I'll go fetch it. See what we got here. Hey, there's a picture in here. There's a picture. It's got that place on it. And then hey, it's
You're trying to tell me that is the pastor.
Stereo. This is him. Hey, look.
I mean, I'm looking at this here. I mean, it's a pretty crude drawing, Bart. I mean, what are you saying?
It's got the mustache and the ears.
Oh yeah, I mean, you see very few people with literal goblin ears walking around these parts.
Well, I'm just saying that it could be. It could be him. Look, why don't you go take this here picture over to the pastor and see if he reacts or something?
So you're saying I need to make some kind of decision here, whether I need to actually get off my keister and do something, or swat away yet another inconvenience of my day?
I think that you should go take this picture and show it to the pastor, and whether he recognizes it.
I mean, you make a good point there, Bart. I ain't gonna lie. I think I could go have a word with this gentleman. I mean, perhaps it'll get people off my back for 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe approaching him directly with a poster is not the smartest thing. Saying, "Hey, are you this wanted guy?" I mean, as the sheriff, I'll probably take a smarter approach. But okay. Okay. I mean, I've got to admit, Bart, I'm shocked that you never brought this up before. But who knows? But I trust you, Bart, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this one. You and me. You hear?
Yeah, you got it, partner.
Yeah. Now get! I'm trying to just drink the moonshine. I'm a drunk. I'm the drunk sheriff now. Get out.
Okay.
And with that, the deputy goes on his merry way back to his duties. The sheriff goes back to his moonshine, whittling away the time until he needs to do something. Suddenly, from the distance, Priest Tenario can be seen running towards the sheriff, the church scene behind him, puffing plumes of smoke into the air.
Sheriff! Oh my god!
Whoa! I know. I say. What's going on here?
Oh my god! You have to come quick. Sheriff. The chapel. It's set alight. It's ablaze.
The chapel.
Someone must have.
Who?
Heat. Oh my god! I've tried to get the congregation. They've all fled out, but the chapel's on fire. Can you come help? Quick! We've got to save what we can. We've got to salvage something.
Well, I'd say this is a situation of mighty fine urgency, and we'd probably need to make a solution quick. I mean, I've got me and my boys. We're going to have to get our buckets and our sand straight down there. It's fine. I mean, I understand there's a sense of urgency, but I'm assuming you are here traveling past it, aren't you, Mr.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, what?
I mean, what? I mean, what? It's just on fire?
Yeah, it just happened real quick. Like, one of the congregation was setting the candles for the morning prayers, and tipped them over, and the whole thing just caught real quick. Like, all the wood in that place is mighty old, and the heat's made everything real dry lately.
Well, I'd say this is a matter of urgency, and I've got to make a decision quick on whether I'm going to get my boys down there or whether I'm going to probably, think about this poster I just seen. I need guidance. Lord, oh Lord, won't you guide me?
I'd say that the Lord wanted us to gather the boys and try and put out this fire, save his house, save the Lord's house.
I want to save the Lord's house. I'm just waiting for that divine guidance. I need to have a think. Am I going to save here, or actually am I so convinced about this story I just heard? Oh, is that no? You know what? I'm gonna grab Bart. I'm gonna head him down there straight away. Me and the boys are gonna head down there right now. Come on, boys. We finally got some action on our case. Get them all down there, every last one of them. And we're going now, all of them. Can you hear them all?
Let's go.
They're all running. Let's get them, boys.
Let's go.
Finally get on the Easter.
I'm a cowboy.
Okay, Mayor, what's your name? What is your name, by the way, sir, traveling pastor? Tanario? Could you do me a favor and just keep an eye on this here sheriff's office? I'm going to go take care of this emergency.
I'll pray to the Lord that you can resolve the situation and save his house.
I'm sure he will. All right, let's go, boys.
The sheriff heads off with some local cowboys to go put out the fire. Meanwhile, the deputy is caught up in the commotion when suddenly he is approached by Annie.
Oh my God, I see that's Bart over there. Who's he chasing after? Oh my God. What's the fire going on? Oh my fire! Buck, stop! No, Bart! Deputy Cassidy?
Just last?
Deputy, can I have a word?
There's a fire on. I've got to go get on the scene.
It's about the fire. It's about the new man that walked into town.
What, you mean the preacher man?
I've been told that you're suspicious of him.
Well, I thought that he could possibly have been a Captain Scenario back from the war, back from the Civil War.
Oh.
I wasn't sure, so I told the sheriff and I gave him a poster, but I wasn't sure whether he was. So I think the sheriff was going to go find him and see what he thought about it.
Bart, you're so young and noble. I have to warn you. that that vicar, he's not what he seems. I can't tell you too much because I'm just so fearful. What Buck might do to me.
What's wrong? What's on your mind? What's troubling you?
I'm such in a panic, I might faint. Fan me down, Bart. Fan me down.
Have a glass of water. I'll go fetch it from the well over there.
Bart, I think you should ignore this fire. I know you're going to go help those people because that's what you do, Bart, but you need to go chase after Buck, the vicar.
Buck, you say?
He's the man you want. He's probably this
That's the Wild Buck.
He's a nefarious character.
Nickname. Wild Buck was the captain's nickname. That's got to be him.
I didn't know of his military past, but he was always good with a gun.
Yeah, that's him, all right. He's a weapon.
Go get him, Buck.
I better go get after him.
Hooray!
And so Annie managed to convince the young deputy to seek out the false priest and bring him to justice. Just at that moment, the mayor spots the priest within the sheriff's office, and with his suspicions, decides to approach him. As he enters, he notices the wanted poster on the table.
I knew it all along. He's a no-good criminal. Where is he? I saw him come in here. Where is he? Hey, Tenario, you here? Hey, Tenario! Get back here. What do you think you're doing?
Why, Mayor, I didn't see you in there. Doesn't matter now, though.
I knew
I'm
it
getting
all
out of
along.
this downtown.
I knew it all along. You're a no-good criminal. Criminal scum. And you went near my daughter. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I need to get my rifle out of my trousers, but I appear to have misplaced it. I'm gonna come out this window and I'm gonna chase you down. You better be ready, boy.
You ain't gonna do nothing to move out your guns, Mayor. And I've got them all right here.
Meanwhile, the sheriff sees young Annie watching the fire and approaches her with the intent of getting more information out of her.
Hey there, Andy. What's going on here? What? There's all this commotion. Well, you should be get away where it's safe.
I heard the fire. I thought I'd come see what's going on.
Well, you see it bright as day right over there, ma'am. I see. Where's Bart going? He's running off in the distance. What's going on here?
Oh, he said he had some urgent business to take care of.
Well, there's urgent business going on right here. I'm gonna need some answers out of you, Annie. Don't think I don't know it was you that last spoke to him.
I don't know there, Sheriff. If you want to, you can come talk to me in my very important Golden Hills Hotel.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I appreciate there's a fire going on. I'm looking over there. The boys are taking care of it. Let's go to this fine established hotel. Let's go to the brothel. Let's go to this room. Let's just go in here. We just don't do anything with this place. It's so nice.
This parlor room, it's so lovely.
I know. I'm just walking through the door.
Sofa,
I mean,
some fine decorations.
You're holding my hand. You're taking me through this place. We're kind of running through. Look at these velvet curtains. I mean, what are these, Persian? I mean, this.
I'd like to assure everyone that pleasure. This is business.
This is lovely. I mean, this is church. That's Pastor MacGyver.
Yeah.
I mean, and we got this lovely room. I mean.
Well, luckily the church is on fire, so that place can fuck right up.
Yeah, I mean, like, it kind of gives us an opportunity now. Just, I mean, I'm looking out the window now. We're in this hotel. I'm seeing the fires dying down. That's great. I mean, hooey, that was exciting. But here we are in this lovely hotel, and okay, Annie, we're here now. I mean, you done great for yourself. I mean, I've as I've spoken with this mayor, I've never really given two notices your way. But look, let's.
I appreciate that, Sheriff. I don't like to cause any trouble. I help run a fine establishment. It's all lawful, so really, I don't know what you're doing here.
We just ran in here from a fire. God damn.
Well, we're not hiding from the fire, are we? Now we can have a frank conversation, or I can talk to my daddy about you.
I'd like that. Look, what am I trying to say here? Don't think that I've always turned a blind eye here. I just look, we ain't gonna deny it. You're a lady of that kind of service, and I'm just a mayor. I just want to get through the day. I just want to enjoy what's going on. Now, don't tell me in all that commotion with Bart suddenly running off. You gotta tell me. You gotta level with me. And perhaps if we had some sort of guidance, we'd know if you would level with me. What's going on here? We've everything's suddenly kicking off all at once. I want to know.
There's so much fire. I mean, it's just so confusing.
It is confusing, and maybe this confusion
pray
will be
the
followed by
Lord gives
pain.
us guidance.
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm
Now,
not
look-
often a religious woman, but this day I would quite like some guidance. Anyone want to give some guidance?
look. All I'm going to say is maybe for whoever's choosing this guidance, I'd like you to level with me. Who is this
You
man
want me
that's
to level
coming to
with
town?
you?
Who is this
Well,
man
I'm
that's coming to
quite-
town?
I was happy to reveal things to Bert, but after seeing all of that commotion, I don't want to tell everyone because I'm still really quite fearful.
Well, I think, little lady, I know I've been a bit lax here, but I can't. I just want things to go back to the way they were. So I'm like, look, do you hear this? That's me slamming down this really lovely mahogany table. I need to know answers. And I can't have you going underneath me through Bart. He ain't
such an impressive man.
he's got a great golden tooth, as we can see now. I ain't denying his tooth, but look, I need to know what is what just let's never forget his big beautiful smile. Look, I need to know from you, Susie, what is going on here?
All right, I'll tell you everything I know.
What do you know?
It's that man, that new vicar, the one you were all so I admit, I did some deceit there, but I'm sorry, Sheriff. I'm sorry. We worked out, me and Bart. He's some sort of evil captain from the war. I think you've got to stop him. He's up to no good. Bart's gone over to confirm these suspicions and maybe investigate him.
What if I remember rightly?
My daddy's gonna do something stupid. Dangerous man.
I'm perhaps realizing the flaws in my way here, that perhaps by not being a more productive sheriff, everyone's gone off and doing things around me, and I'm learning this now. But I'm hoping.
You're a great man.
I know. I'm pretty great. Everyone loves me. We're not no one's not that. But maybe it's about time I got involved and so stop letting people take the law into their own goddamn hands. Look at this. Look at this. Everyone's running all over the place. It's crazy out there. It's just crazy. Annie, I appreciate you telling me the truth. I think you should probably stay here in this fine established hotel.
I'm fine with you. I know this man. I need to settle it for myself.
Annie, I'm just saying, we got this lovely established hotel, and if you stay here, maybe someone will have a conversation in this lovely established hotel. I mean,
well, I'm going to draw out this small little pistol and keep it on my person.
Whoa!
You go, Sheriff.
I'm gonna go catch up with Bart. I think I'm out of here. It's all hooey. It's hooey, I say.
Godspeed.
Yeah. I'm going.
After that long conversation, the sheriff decides to go out and join the pursuit. Annie, now revealed to be equipped with some hardware, has plans to get involved as well. During the mayor's pursuit of Tenario, he happens upon the young deputy, who hails him down.
Hey. Down that there old villain as well?
Yes, follow me along. He's over there. We gotta get him.
Route for another. I can't catch him up just on foot. Well,
climb on board. This saddle can seat two people. Hey, finally pleased to meet you, Deputy. I've heard so many good things about you, Bart.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, sir. I'm just disappointed that we had to meet under such circumstances.
That's right. Now let's for now dispose of the formalities and pursue this villain who is over there. Let's get him. He disguised himself as a pastor, and let's see if he can pastor this.
Horse Catcher's got a score to settle. Get off, fat guy. You're old and fat. You can't keep up with that guy. Get off that horse.
Well, what are you doing, Deputy? I thought we were cool.
I'm commandeering this.
No. Okay.
I'm commandeering this nag in the name of the law.
Right. Why have you kicked me off my horse? Aren't we pursuing this vermin together? What are you doing, Deputy? There's no reason for you to kick me off.
And he betrayed me and my men. I've got to solve this score myself.
Okay, well, at least ask me nicely. You didn't have to kick me off.
And so, the mayor's been kicked off his horse by the deputy and left to walk back to town. The deputy, now in full force, heading towards Tenario. Eventually, they come face to face. The villain has a howitzer fixed on the young deputy.
Why, I'm not surprised it'll be you that catch up to me, Private Bart.
I always knew it was you, Captain Tenario.
I guess this is how it's going to be. After you ratted me out, and I have to kill all those men. Their blood is on your hands as well as mine. Now we're going to end this. I didn't want to have to kill them.
For their guns. Just a petty thief.
But you forced me all those years ago, ratting me out. All I was doing was earning a little profit on the side, and you had to be no good at goody two-shoes.
You killed those good men just for money.
I killed those men for money, and I'm going to do just the same to you.
He then proceeds to light the fuse of his howitzer cannon, and the deputy shoots his pistol towards the villain. Some distance away, the mayor is trudging his way back to town, injured after being pushed off his horse. Suddenly, he sees his young daughter approaching on a horse of her own.
Daddy, where are you?
Who is that in the distance?
Oh, my daughter.
Daddy, what are you doing down there?
Oh, I was pushed off the horse by a deputy. He had a score to settle with the vicar. I forget his name.
Has the deputy betrayed you?
Well, I wouldn't say betrayed, but he just, he was so nice at one moment that he just pushed me off the horse.
Oh, Daddy. And, you never were a very good rider.
No, I did not put my feet in the feet hold things, the stirrups, whatever they're called.
Oh, Daddy. Well, get on my horse and we'll go after them.
Yeah, let's get after them. Come on. I'm sure they've caught up to each other,
but I've got this little pea shooter gun.
You tell this to me now?
I know how to use this gun, Daddy, because of my criminal past.
Later. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later, daughter.
I just want to resolve these things with you now. Won't you forgive me, Daddy?
I'll forgive you, my daughter. I'll forgive you. Let's do this together.
Oh,
Father and daughter.
Oh, yeah. You're injured, Daddy. I don't want to see you hurt.
Oh, well, I do confess, my daughter. I am in a lot of pain. A horse is a high thing, and to be pushed off one is,
at speed as well. You're going at
Exactly. Well, I mean, I want to do this together, daughter. But you seem to know what you're doing. You got your own pea shooter there.
Oh, I know.
So
with my criminal past helping me good at shooting.
Yeah, that's right. We still need to talk about that, daughter. We'll leave it
no. You forgave me. That's over, Daddy.
Well, I'll forgive you. Well, okay, we'll talk about it later, man. Dear.
I'll go on from here. You get back to the village and raise the sheriff. That good man needs to know what's going on.
Okay, I'll walk all the way back to my crippled state. We're 20 miles out, but I can walk back. Don't worry, I'm not that crippled. I can endure 20 miles walking back.
I'm sure someone will see you from far out and send some help.
Well, let's hope. I'm sure not everybody's sorting out the fire. So, see you later, daughter. See you later.
Good luck, Daddy.
Good luck to you too. Don't get shot now.
Thank you. That's the kindest thing you've ever said to me.
Be on your way.
With that brief encounter with his daughter, the mayor continues to head back to the town in his injured state. His daughter continues on to find out the fate of the two men. We now move forward to a scene in the hotel where the mayor, after his long trek back, happens upon the sheriff, where the two of them talk about what's happened. Or do they?
Whew. Hooey. That was a lot.
Mayor, what's happening here, Mayor? I'd say you look like you've been through hell itself to get back. What's gone on?
Yeah, you could say that. I've just walked 20 miles. Some might say that would take half a day. I'll see you boys. I'll see you boys. I managed to put out that fire. Hooey. My daughter.
Be around there before.
Mayor, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a hell in a hand basket back here since you've been away. But the fire's out. I mean, we won't go into detail too much. There was a church, and we found an old uncovered mine, and it turned out that actually Mayor MacGyver was a Nosferatu, and we had a really exciting story where we resolved that one. But that's a story for another day, Mayor. I mean, I'm more interested to hear what happened with this previous situation.
Well, yeah, talk to me that over sarsaparilla sometime.
Well, how about right now? I got a sarsaparilla hidden. Looks like your daughter's been busy in this fine establishment. Where is she?
I'll tell you now. You know that fella, the pastoral chap. What was his name? Tanelio. He has a strangely East kind of sounding name, but
now that I think about it, he was actually an Asian man, weren't he? A short, strange Asian, Japanese sounding man. Now that I think back to it,
well, he did talk about fixing up the railways as those Asian folk do in parts, but anyway, he turned out to be the bad guy.
What?
My suspicions were correct. And so I saw him in your office, and I hardly pursued him, and he got away on his horse. So I followed him, and your deputy, well, for some reason
I've been meaning to ask you where the hell he gone off to. We've been having all these problems back here. Where'd he get off to?
Well, he's gone off there. He took my horse. I would like
your horse?
To say,
oh, sorry. I thought you said your whores and your whore daughter, but that's a conversation for another day.
Now, what did I talk to you about your silver tongue? Sometimes you do, sometimes you won't step your boundaries. Now,
okay,
let me tell my story. I've been walking 20 miles. Come on, I have to tell you my story. I'm parched. I'll tell you. But anyway,
I'm cracking open a sarsaparilla now. There you go, man.
Sweet.
Have a sarsaparilla.
I shall drink it with you. Now, my daughter. My daughter, the deputy, and that Asian fellow. they're all off trying to resolve this situation, and my daughter, well, she seems to know what she's doing. So
wait, you're trying to tell me, man, that your daughter, you let her go? She just get up and went, did she? Where is she now?
Well, she's gone off and in heavy pursuit. To be honest, I don't really know why. She never really told me. we decided to kind of do it together, but I was so weak. For some reason, I was too weak to be on the back of a horse, yet I could walk all the way back here. I don't know why. I don't know why that
is. Now that I think about it, Mayor, I mean, I suppose, if we had some sort of alternate reality, I mean, if you were on the back of that horse injured and going up there to see the final scene with your daughter, that would have been exciting, but we're just two guys talking in this hotel that never got used. I mean, that's a real anticlimax if I ever saw one.
I mean, this hotel's being used now, ain't it?
I suppose. I mean, we got this lovely billiards table over here. Shall we? Yeah. We can have a quick game of that. But I mean, it's so much less exciting than your only daughter. I mean, your bloodline. I mean, I'd love to know what happened there.
Well, certainly. I'm sure we'll find out what happens later.
But, maybe, yes. Mayor. Actually, I mean, I'm just spinning. I'm just shooting blanks here. But I mean, maybe actually this is all a hallucination, and actually your daughter's dragged you along anyway, and we're actually going to see the resolution of that whole act up there. I mean, is that a feasible outcome? I mean.
Possibly. I mean, to be honest, I'm not exactly.
I mean, Mayor, have you even asked yourself, Mayor, how did you get here? I mean, you haven't even commented on the fact that there's an elephant wearing a suit in the corner playing cards. I mean, this is clearly a dream, Mayor. It's a dream.
Daddy, why are you falling asleep?
Yeah, all the blood loss. Whoa, where are we? Huh?
The noise from the cannon came up from up ahead.
Okay, let's get there and be cautious though. And yes, okay.
If only the sheriff was here. Such a brave man.
shady. I'm sure he's enjoying a sarsaparilla.
And now, the conclusion. Each player will describe the fate of his character. While Buck is to have the worst thing in the universe, Cassidy is to have savage, Wessex is to have horrible, Masterson is to have rough, and Columbo is to have miserable. Each player will describe key points of their character's conclusion as decided in the game. B for black and W for white. We start with the fate of Wild Buck.
So I had lit the fuse to the cannon, which ended up going off, and that resulted in like cannonball pounding towards Dom.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the howitzer was possessed by the spirit of the character.
The most established character in the story.
It resulted, and he made the howitzer explode, and this led to me losing both of my legs in the explosion. So I was kind of like crippled and bloodied there. But fortunately, like the horse is still nearby, which I managed to clamber onto, and then get it to like go away into the distance, go away from the like burning, smoke-filled wreckage that is like the howitzer.
The howitzer haven't gone off yet.
But then the spirit of MacGyver. I know, like a spirit of MacGyver, because he's still kind of floating around. The horse like had kind of taken a hit from some of the shrapnel of the howitzer, and ends up like collapsing and dying a little, not that far out from where we'd gone. I caught the horse and rolled down like a hillside into like a little kind of ditch gully, and I feel unconscious. And I wake up a little bit afterwards in like a wooded, like a kind of like wood panelled room.
Jesus.
Being taken care of by a woman next to me, who turns out to be a priest. And I've been taken in by a priesthood, and I don't remember anything about my past. And I end up living out my days in called No Legs, in like a little convent church out in the middle of nowhere in the desert.
No idea how you got there. No idea about anything.
Yeah.
Just to waste the end of your days just as a husk.
Obviously, I was out there to get revenge, and we ended the last act with me firing my pistol at Captain Tenario.
And maybe that's what actually caused the thing to backfire and explode.
Yeah,
a lucky shot.
just at the time the howitzer was used to fire at me, my shot hit the powder magazine next to it and blew everything else to smithereens in front of Tenario's face. So that maimed him, which I consider a good enough.
Which, yeah, kind of a +1 for you.
But unfortunately, the howitzer, although it didn't hit me directly, it smashed into the cliff face right next to me, and a huge landslide full of rubble came down, crushing.
Oh, crushing you!
I was trapped under the rubble and desperate for help, waiting for someone to come and rescue me.
Me and daughter, we arrive at the scene, and the commotion in the distance, and we say, "Come on, family, let's do it together. We're gonna do it." And at that point we felt a bonding and a resolve, and my need was obtained. So that's my red dice.
Okay. Nico, do you want to have a go?
Well, unfortunately, as we got closer to the scene, we noticed the poor Bart trapped under all of this rubble.
Yeah.
I screamed out in anguish because obviously I was desperately in love with this boy. and rush to help him. And I'm racked with guilt because obviously I introduced Buck into the society. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have ever come. We could have found him earlier, maybe. And I sent Bart off to his demise anyway, so I'm feeling pretty guilty.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
I try and disrupt the rocks, but unfortunately, I cause even more damage. Pulling out one rock over Bart it was actually a support rock.
No!
And the rest of all the rubble goes even further, crushing him even more, and also crushing me myself. And that's my black die.
Shit. Well, Duncan, what's happening? What's happening?
Well, obviously, I'm there kind of behind. See this terrible fiasco unfolding before me. And just this sight of her and her lover, she's there with his embrace, like, I can free you with my love, and pulling out these rocks and crushing him further and getting caught in the slide herself. And it's just incredible emotional pain that I'm going through. Like, no, my daughter! And so my character then rushes forwards to try and help.
Okay.
So that's a black.
Okay. Okay, back to you.
For a mild red, I see my father, who I've been so estranged from, struggling valiantly to free me. Unfortunately, it's doing even more damage, but it's really nice to see, and I feel like I'm sort of being a bit more resolved with the estrangement, and just feeling quite contented that my family is here.
So, I guess, how many more dice do you have?
One of each now.
One of each.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm dying, Father.
So I, as father, cautious that there's been this rock slide and it's crushing anyone who tries to. I try in vain, as you stated, to help you, my daughter. At this point now, she's coughing up blood. Oh, Betsy, remember the time? That kind of situation.
Shake it off.
And I kind of realised I can't.
Oh, shit! There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing I can do. So
Hold me.
It's just the kind of final moments with my daughter.
I'm so cold.
I can't do anything more.
Father.
You'll have to hang tight, endure the pain. Your memory will live on, my daughter. So
it's horrible, Nick. It's not a nice quick death as well. It's like slow and it sucks. Yeah, it's like bullshit. This is just gonna haunt Duncan for the rest of his days.
It's bloody well.
Right. That's right.
Father, do you remember the time when you were nice to me? Oh wait, that was never, you bastard.
Oh, you don't have to say that, daughter. I'll never learn this life of crime you led.
That was never fully explained.
We're going to talk about that, but let bygones be bygones.
Dice.
Yeah.
I talk to my father again, and I'm like, I was never your daughter, but perhaps you could look after Bart like he's your son. Promise me, Father. Promise me.
Well, isn't he in the rubble next to you?
He's gonna be okay though. He's just gonna be a bit main.
If you say, I think he's even
all
more
my
accurate
fault,
than you.
Well,
yes, I suppose it is.
Is that the sheriff behind you?
Not yet. I've got an ending in mind.
Oh, the sheriff, he's back. He's back in town.
God, what disappointing final words to help my only daughter talking about that.
Father, you've got to help me. The pain's too much.
Okay.
Finish it, Father.
Ah, nice.
So,
here's my gun.
So this is now another black dice. It's like, okay, daughter.
Do it.
Your pea shooter pointing at your forehead. I'm pointing at a little Annie. I'm pointing your gun at your forehead. Then I shoot
Horrible.
my daughter.
Horrible. And it's a little derringer. It hasn't killed her. I want horrible people.
Oh no! Oh, there's no more bullets. Okay, I'll just grab this rock. Be with God. Bye. Peace, my daughter. You know, it's just the Pope.
Following the aftermath of everyone, of all the commotion, unfortunately, what's my character's name again? Sheriff Columbo. Unfortunately, Sheriff Columbo's laid-back attitude got the better of him. The church never went quite down. The embers picked back up, took it up in flames, and took down the whole well-established hotel in flames too, might I add. That lovely, well-established hotels with the Persian curtains and the lovely decor. It's all gone. Half the town in absolute ashes, and everyone calling for the head of the mayor. Because it's a red dice. But the mayor, he had his ways around town. A couple of old friends, he tipped his hat to them politely and asked them, "Don't tell him I went west. Maybe mention I head east." And he rides on off into the distance towards the commotion he once heard earlier. And as riding along, he sees this just absolute god awful scene. It's like there's rocks. There's some sort of gore. And he sees the mayor pulling out old Bart out of the rubble. Here they are, the three of them: the mayor, the sheriff, and the deputy. No one looking after the town. Here they are. Everyone dice left. What happens next?
How
many dice do you have, Duncan?
I have. Well, I mean, I guess I've got the red and the black left. So, seeing the mayor. My spirit is somewhat slightly uplifted to see my old friend, my old colleague, come to my aid, spare me the 20 miles, and together we ride back to the town.
Whoa! You see him, your spirit's uplifted.
My spirits are uplifted, but I don't know. I'll have a conversation with the man. Sorry, I'm the mayor. Sorry, Sheriff, now you're here now. Can you give me a lift back to town? I've got here a body. I'm not sure whose it is. I think it's the boy, right? The deputy. I've got the deputy. I'll come back for my daughter later.
I'm gonna Duncan. It's just one last black dice, is it you got left?
Yeah, one last black.
Okay, I'm gonna use my final red dice and. Mayor, I've got some news. I'm just going to say things ain't quite working out as sheriff. I appreciate the long, comfortable few years you give me, but I'm going to have to just, to make my way. Hey here, Bart, what do you say? What do you reckon we head on over to the next town, see if they're in need of a new sheriff and deputy? Just to warn you, there ain't much to go back to back there.
Hey, Bart is dead, isn't he?
No, he's not dead. He's just crippled.
Yeah, he's just maimed a little.
Yeah, so I'm suggesting that Columbo and Bart just make their own very selfish leave and head off to their next venture.
Well,
leaving the mayor with quite a shitstorm.
I have to say, Sheriff, this disappoints me. Can you at least give me a ride back to town?
I hate to say it, Mayor, it ain't gonna work out. I'd say you got two functioning legs there, I think it's best if we just part our ways.
Well, I was kicked off a horse earlier by you.
We'll see you later, Mayor. Y'all have a good one back there, you hear?
Well, I've had to kill my daughter, you know.
Yeah, you have fun dealing with that. Yeah.
You've been watching Boomtown. The end.